Well, here we go. The jury in Kyle's trial has now been sent off with the case. They've requested some more information, as far as I know. I am very cautious in having any feelings about how this will turn out, because what you basically have here is a tailor-made case of self-defense that has at least some chance of not being that. If you want to know why this is so important, that's the reason. It's a tailor-made self-defense, and we're at trial, and now it's in the hand of 12 people that may vote against that. But that doesn't stop Hollywood from weighing in particular, an absolutely deplorable take from a Marvel writer. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. These people don't live here. I live here. Okay. My viewers rebuilt Gravity Gaming Lounge. $80,000 we raised. Okay. I live here. This clown doesn't live here. Now, if you want to change where you want to live, come on down and talk that. But I have this feeling the only way you're changing where your location is via VPN, like private internet access. Check this out. Huge shout out to this video's sponsor, Private Internet Access. Hey, October is Cybersecurity Month, and they've got an amazing offer for you. It's 2021. If you don't have a VPN yet, there are several reasons why you'll want to sign up today. One, you can browse anonymously. Keep your browsing habits to yourself. You can keep your data away from big tech so that they can't resell it. And you can access region-locked content, so you can open up a whole new catalog of online content to enjoy, whether it's anime or movies that might not be available in your area. You can get at it using a VPN. And the VPN I use on my phone, my tablets, my PCs, and my laptops is Private Internet Access, and they've given an amazing offer. It's just $1.98 a month with 4 months free with a 3-year subscription. If you haven't signed up today, use my link in the description or pinned comment down below to get Private Internet Access today. Yeah, pretty nice segue, right? I appreciate you all understanding the ad reads in these videos. Given the topic, YouTube not only buries them, but also gives them the yellow mark of sadness more often than not. So, Marvel writer urges people to burn down the city of Kenosha over a potential trial verdict. One of the things that state prosecutor Thomas Littlefinger Binger used in his argument against Kyle was the idea of provocation. But one commentator who works with Disney's Marvel Comics did not get the memo when he openly called for people to burn down the city of Kenosha. Again, for a second time in a year. It was last Friday when Wisconsin loser Governor Tony Weekman Evers approved 500 of the state's National Guard troops for deployment. They'll be on standby mode as the world awaits the trial verdict, and whatever reaction from the general public will follow. First of all, he should be acquitted on all charges. This is just simple. I don't care how you vote. I don't care your political affiliation or religion, or this is the law. And you may not live in Wisconsin, and you may think you have a hot take about it, but this is the law in Wisconsin. Kyle had no duty to retreat. Kyle did not cross state lines. His family lives in Kenosha. Did you know that? I know you know that because you're my beautiful viewers. You listen to people on Twitter, they still think a white man ended 3 African Americans. That's what these people think. And now they're showing up in my state ready to burn it down, already starting outside the courthouse. Desperately trying to attach this to the Blake case when it has nothing to do with it. As of Monday, people on Twitter were recommending giving black folks the day off at work to process the verdict in a situation where neither the defendant nor the people Kyle defended himself against were people of color. This is Gregory McElvey. Gauging by the reactions in the online comic book industry, it's unclear what a day off would even mean. Ha! This is via, by the way, this article is via Nick Monroe. Excellent read, person to follow on Twitter. Up-and-coming Marvel writer Dylan Park deleted the following tweet, except it's been archived. Of course it has. When you see stuff like this, archive it, email it to yourself. Give the subject line something that you know you could find when you need to look it up. That's what I do. Up-and-coming Marvel writer writes, with a verdict near, Governor Tony Evers said that 500 National Guard members would be prepared for duty in Kenosha if local law enforcement requested them. Burn that MFer to the ground. Dylan Park, who apparently is taking time away from, by the way, listen, California, shocking. A Californian wanting people to burn my state down, cities in my state down. Talking about top 5 most punchable faces he's ever seen. What's it with these lunatics thinking that raising their hands is the best way to solve every argument? But then when someone does it to defend themselves, suddenly it's different. Let's see how the response goes. Reported, L, got to be tough to grow up with parents that didn't love you. Sorry you didn't turn out better. This is, called a bad behavior. Reported it with this tweet. If bad behavior ensues, you will be charged with inciting. Congrats. There's significant. This tweet absolutely just blew up in his face. But there's all sorts of people like this on Twitter, and I live here. I go to the Mars Cheese Castle every other week. Yeah, sometimes stereotypes are true. We like cheese, okay? Outlet malls in Kenosha. With a verdict near, the threats and harassment sent to the judge in the case, Judge Bruce Schroeder, make assertions that the court official is some sort of member of the Klan. A tweet by Mr. Park late last week about Schroeder suggested the same. If you visit the actual thread now, you can see that Dylan Park reacts to the closing statements. They mad, Park said under the deleted tweet, likely in reference to people's reaction to his incitement to burn down the city of Kenosha. It's beyond this point that Mr. Park responds to the newfound attention. At one point, he encourages people to use the N-word with the hard R. It's also not the first time in recent days that Dylan Park has lashed out at municipalities. Last Wednesday, he threatened to go after LA County garbage people as a punishment for their work ethic. Dylan then responds to someone who reacted to his threat against the city of Kenosha. Why'd you delete this? Somebody wrote to him, come to Kenosha and you can catch the AR next. The irony seemingly lost on Park that he himself was in such a deletion situation just minutes earlier. Dylan Park brings up his military experience. A biography listing from the Moth website says for 6 years he served as a member of the Air Force Security Forces Squadron that deployed to locations all over the world. Congratulations. I appreciate your service. You're still a moron. His military background is what Dylan Park said got him the gig at Marvel. It's unclear what his exact creative accomplishments are online since he's taken credit for writing, quote, a couple of new characters and comics. But more recently, Park said that he has more content on the way. The black and whites for my first Marvel comic just hit the inbox. It was beautiful. Why do these people always use curse words? I can't wait for you to see it all colored up, and I can't wait to see it, and I can't wait for you to see it. Nobody's buying it. It's going to be garbage, guaranteed. Founding into Comics reported on dispute back in September in which Dylan Park called critics of Marvel's Shang-Chi incels, and had the site also had difficulty in citing any published work whatsoever. So I don't know if this person actually works for Marvel. They certainly say they do. Excuse me. This is what happens. Lefty Hollywood writer tweets, burn Kenosha to the ground. Nobody's covering this. Okay, it's on Post Millennial, which is a site I enjoy, and Squint's Eyes, mrctv.org/blog. No disrespect. Hollywood writer and director calls for Kenosha to be burned again. Now, I wonder why he deleted that tweet. Don't you think, this person is happy to. Bro, you make baby cartoons. Why you're tweeting? He's been melting down. You just made a threat screen right before threatening me. Lamau. Well, if you didn't think you made a threat, then why did you delete it? Look, if you come here, if you live here and you're acting the fool, that's one thing. But if you're trying to get your moronic followers, that was a command, by the way. You want to sit in California and tell people to burn my city down? This is what you get. If Kenosha doesn't get it, shut it down. Chants outside the courthouse. They're also chanting 7 in the back, which is a reference to a completely different case. This guy is literally glowing, by the way. We got BLM showing up, the super soldiers showing up. Why? Because justice might be served. This is what I'm nervous about. Those 12 normies who have the fate of not only Kyle, but the precedent they might set in the palms of their hands, being intimidated by these clowns. They should be nowhere near the courthouse. They can go protest 5 miles up the road. I think that's a reasonable thing. But my governor won't do anything about it because he wants them to be found guilty. Hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you click that red subscribe button down below and you check out this video sponsor, Private Internet Access, for an amazing deal that ends in just a few days. We'll talk to you again real soon.